that you were really interested in the climate adaptation finance segment, also organized by CARE. Many of you mentioned as a highlight the career coaching that you got from Frumile Zeli. Several of you were enthusiastic about that, so we were happy to include it for you. Then also the effective pitching and presentation skills was one of the sessions. It was another highlight for many participants. Thank you so much, Diplomatic Academy Vienna, for hosting that one. Also the leadership tools for US game changes. I think that was quite useful for many of you. Also the DA was hosting that. And then of course there were the 4 map labs, as we call them, that supported the ideation of your micro-adaptation projects. And that led to your great project proposals and to your video pitches. Some of them we will see later today. However, painting the picture only rosy and talking only about the advantages that we got from working with you and that hopefully you could benefit from would be falling short of mentioning the sheer reality that is existing on the ground. The events in the last 5 months in many of your countries are really heartening. In Malawi, we saw one of the most intense tropical cyclones, Freddy, and it was exceptionally long-lived and powerful and deadly for several. And observing that in the weeks between February and March 2023 set sort of already a sample of what climate currently does to those that have actually contributed the least to the climate change that is happening. Or in Morocco, the Safi earthquake that just happened now in September with almost 3,000 people dying. We could celebrate as well in the time span. So Ethiopia was celebrating Enkutatash, and I hope I'm not butchering the word, Enkutatash, the Ethiopian New Year in September. But when we look at the news even today, we see that our friends from Cameroon are extremely challenged. The dam broke. There are hundreds of people that are affected by it. And of course, we do know about the ongoing conflict in the Anglophone regions, in the extreme north region. So it's by no means easy for any of us. And hence, I want to pay my sincere kudos to all of you and my deep respect that even though many internet connections were difficult, you were all motivated, you were all active, you were all there when we called you for the meetings. And I want to thank you for that. Because these events of natural disasters, they turn the world upside down. But it is the action of young people like you, young leaders like you, that fill the spirits again with motivation and with the right information, with knowledge and with courage. So deep thank you for being part of this journey together with us. And we are hoping for the next phase of implementing your projects, even if the circumstances are difficult. And we are also very much hoping that the network that you build amongst each other can be enlarged over the months to come, maybe even enriched by an alumni exchange in the next year, where you can also meet cohorts from former trainings that we have conducted. So again, a big thank you for being part of it. And I'm very curious what else we will learn at today's closing ceremony. It is very good to be with you today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Monica, for your words and also for the recap of what happened in each of the countries here present today. I think that shows us again why it is so important that we adapt to the climate changes that we're facing and tackle it together. I'm proud to announce our next speaker who also works tremendously on that, Patrick Verkooyen, the CEO of the Global Center on Adaptation, who made the whole training possible. Today I know we have the team from GCA represented by Adriana Valenzuela, welcome to you, and Nicolo De Porto, and they brought us a special video message from their CEO that we would like to share with you now. So over to Patrick in the video message, and thank you for sharing that.
Dear participants, it is my pleasure to speak to you at this virtual closing ceremony of the online executive training of young women leadership on climate adaptation. First and foremost, I want to express my gratitude and admiration for the incredible efforts put forth by you, the 30 talented young women who participated in this program. Quite frankly, your dedication and commitment to lifting up your communities are truly commendable. I also would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to our valued partners who made this initiative possible. First and foremost, the Ban Ki-moon Center for Global Citizens, but also the Diplomatic Academy of Vienna and CARE International have been instrumental in shaping this transformative experience. Throughout the intensive 20-week online training, our young participants, i.e. you have acquired a diverse set of skills that are essential for leadership in the 21st century. These skills, as you know, include leadership, negotiation, communication, diplomacy, and project management. And this knowledge has been impacted through capacity building, coaching, and career guidance from the Ban Ki-moon Foundation and other experts. But let's not lose sight of the purpose of this training program, or forget the reason why we are here and the urgency of the challenges we face. Climate change, colleagues, is an existential threat. And as the recent IPCC report lays bare, its devastating impact on Africa in particular. African countries are facing unprecedented high temperatures, with all their negative consequences much earlier than the rich world. The need to adapt, therefore, is all the more urgent. But young people, and especially young women, you're all too often excluded from community political activities and national leadership roles. I'm convinced that if we take adaptation action now, not tomorrow, we can significantly reduce the risk of negative impacts on young people as they reach their peak productive years and beyond. I've learned that one of the exciting outcomes of your training is the so-called micro-adaptation projects, or MAPs for short. These adaptation projects are innovative proposals to address climate change at the grassroots level. From tomorrow, you will embark on a very exciting 6-month implementation phase of your adaptation projects. And don't forget, we at the Global Center on Adaptation, the GCA, together with the African Development Bank and the African Union Commission, we launched the $25 billion African Adaptation Acceleration Program, or AAAP, which is the largest adaptation program in the world. The AAAP has youth entrepreneurship and adaptation jobs at its very heart. It aims to equip 1 million young people with entrepreneurial skills and create 5 million adaptation jobs by 2025. And I'm immensely humbled to say that in less than 2 years, GCA has already generated nearly 500,000 youth jobs. Now, all of you are part of this great transformation that will build a safer, stronger future. And I want to pay tribute to the crucial role that you as young women play in climate adaptation, particularly in Africa. So, your leaders now, you have earned your description, and I have no doubt that you will be in the future a future leader. And for that reason, I eagerly anticipate the transformative impact that your adaptation project will have in your communities and beyond. GCA, we have your back. Be assured of that. Together, we're going to drive positive change and build a more sustainable future. Thank you for your dedication, your passion, and your commitment. Again, congratulations for all of you, what you've achieved so far. And I know that this is only the beginning of the story. I wish you success in your future endeavors. I thank you.
I see some of you clapping. Yes, thank you very much, Patrick Cohen and the whole GCA team for these inspiring words, and also for emphasizing once again that youth are really the ones excluded from the political decisions on climate change, but the ones who tackle it most and will also suffer from it the most in the future. Another organization that works strongly on this as well is the CARE Climate and Resilience Academy. And I'm happy to announce our next speaker, who knows that training very well from the first iteration already, and just came back from her sabbatical, I learned, Inge Vianen, global leader at the CARE Climate and Resilience Academy. We're so happy to have you here and want to thank you and the great team from CARE, naming Bin, Diana, and Nadia, for an amazing partnership with us. So I'm really happy to give the word over to you and hear from you directly. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the kind words, and thank you for inviting us to be here, of course, today with you. It's an honor to be here with you today for the closing ceremony of the online executive training on young women leadership for climate adaptation. On behalf of CARE International and the CARE Climate Justice Center, I would like to congratulate and celebrate the incredible women who participated in this extensive online training over the past 5 months. CARE kicked off the training back in May and provided the first 10 modules of the training. Together, we focused in on the Sustainable Development Goals, climate change adaptation and mitigation, gender-sensitive adaptation solutions, climate adaptation policies, finance and advocacy, and monitoring, evaluation, and learning from climate adaptation programs. And we also worked on developing and shaping the participants' micro-adaptation plans. CARE International is a global confederation working together in over 100 countries to overcome poverty and social injustice. At CARE, we have witnessed how tremendous the impacts of the climate crisis are. And we have run climate adaptation projects ever since 2002, starting in Bangladesh, and then soon spreading our work over the world. For CARE, climate justice is about a future in which the poorest and most marginalized people have significantly improved their well-being and can enjoy their human rights because of their increased resilience to climate change, increased equality, and a global temperature rise that is limited to 1.5 degrees. There's no climate justice without gender justice. We are therefore extremely proud to have joined another cohort of remarkable women on this training journey and to have witnessed your achievements and growth in climate adaptation and leadership. This training was not only about acquiring knowledge and skills, but it also provided a platform for forging invaluable connections and networks. It brought together a diverse group of individuals united by a common cause. Our participants have engaged in meaningful discussions, shared their own unique perspectives, and collaborated on projects that hold the promise of a more sustainable future. We hope that these connections will continue to serve as a source of support and inspiration long after this program concludes. And we look forward to following you as you continue to translate your knowledge and skills into actions. In closing, I would like to express our deepest gratitude to the organizers, mentors, and sponsors who made this online executive training possible: the Ban Ki-moon Center, the Diplomatic Academy of Vienna, and the Global Center on Adaptation. Your commitment to empowering young women and addressing the urgent issues of climate change is commendable and inspiring. To the participants, we are immensely proud of your achievements, and we have every confidence that you will go on to achieve great things. The world eagerly awaits the solutions and leadership that you will provide. Once more, congratulations to you all, and thank you for being a part of this extraordinary journey towards a better world.
Thank you very much, Inge, for your congratulatory remarks as well. And I would like to echo what you said. There is no climate justice without gender justice, which is why we were so happy to follow actually the wish of our last cohort to focus more on these gender-sensitive adaptation solutions, which CARE took care of. And as natural as the handover from those adaptation topics to the leadership topics throughout the training was, it is now. I'm really happy to announce our next speaker, Martina Schubert, Deputy Director of the Diplomatic Academy of Vienna, and so to say our neighbor in Vienna, who has also been with us since the beginning of the training. We thank you for your commitment and the commitment of your whole team as well for the great cooperation with Sebastian and Anna. And I'm really happy to hand over to you for some last congratulatory remarks today. Thank you, Martina.
Thank you very much. Also from my side, a big thank you to all the organizers, all the other speakers before me, and particularly, of course, to the initiator of this fantastic training, to the Ban Ki-moon Center, and to Director Monika Fröhlich. Of course, it is a fantastic journey that you have passed now, many weeks behind you, and I must say I admire your tenacity, your engagement, and your commitment to participate in each of the trainings. I think they were really very valuable, and I would like to thank all the trainers, not only those from the Diplomatic Academy, but also from the other institutions that I hope, brought you knowledge. Transfer of knowledge is really something which is deep in our heart that we would like to bring to you, and we hope that you will be able to use it in your work, in your future dreams that you will accomplish, and also in your tasks that you have in your work, and that those are very important works. Climate is, of course, something linked to many topics, and I hope that our trainings that we could offer you from the Diplomatic Academy side, negotiation skills, and others that you have had presentation skills as well, to understand also the complex world we are living, that those knowledge will be helpful for you, not only now in the perspective of climate and gender, which are essential, but also in general for your life, and for all the different topics that you will cover in relations with climate, because nowadays these topics, they are very interlinked. Security of supply, water supply, goes with security, with resilience, with a lot of other issues. So also from my side, many thanks, congratulations wholeheartedly. I would wish you were in Vienna so I could shake hands with each of you. And I would like to express an invitation to you. If you are in Vienna, please come by to the Diplomatic Academy. We have always, let's say, be happy to welcome our former participants in our seminars. And I hope I have the opportunity one day to have a toast with you, not only virtually, but also physically in presence. So I wish you all the best also from my side. And thank you to the other organizers. And I give back now the word to the organizers. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you so much, Martina Schubert. And I totally agree with you. I see many claps in the room. It would be great to shake hands and toast all together today. I would like to hug each of our participants as well at the end of this journey. So thank you for your words and for these congratulations. And we have one last speaker for today up that I look very much forward to, who is our valedictorian speaker and will share insights from participant perspective. Motia Felicia, who asked me to introduce her like this today, had an incredible journey throughout the training, was very engaged, sharing her thoughts a lot and her knowledge. So I'm really proud and honored to give the floor over to you for your valedictorian speech. Thank you.
Thank you very much for giving me the floor. Like you said, I am Motia Felicia from Cameroon, the chair and CEO of Ban Ki-moon Center for Global Citizen, the CEO of Global Center on Adaptation, the director of CARE International, the director of the Diplomatic Academy, graduate of the online executive training program for young women leaders on climate change adaptation. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have finally come to the closing of our online executive training program, which indeed had transformed young women leaders across selected African countries on climate adaptation. Time is not really our friend. Sad that this very impactful training is completed with we very excited to have completed the training. Congratulations to all of us. Please, let's cheer up with excitement and claps to celebrate this major accomplishment. Thanks so much as sponsors, partners, and program coordinator for this amazing organization for the past 20 weeks. This is a testimony of your dedication to address the climate crisis and build the resilience of the most vulnerable in Africa. It was an amazing learning journey for all of us and a unique capacity building opportunity offered to us by the Global Center on Adaptation, the Ban Ki-moon Center, and its partners. We remain grateful for your huge opportunity throughout our career. I am also confident that all graduates of this course have impactful and memorable experience all over these 20 weeks of our training. All the sacrifice of sponsors, trainers, and trainees for the past 20 weeks had paid off, and today we are celebrating this progress and accomplishment together. I personally refuse poor and unreliable network connection from holding me back from the live session. The desire to learn was stronger than the force of discouragement from the poor and unreliable internet connection we all faced during the live session. This reveals our collective commitment to learn, develop, and impact our community, country, African continent, and the world at large. I guarantee our sponsors, trainers, and coordinators of this training program that we are going out there to make significant contribution to enable our communities, our countries better prepare, adapt, and build strong resilience to the devastating climate crisis. Based on my experience, the 20 weeks online executive training program for young women leaders on climate change adaptation have had a transformational impact in the trainee. I personally, as a regenerative agriculture hub manager, the online executive training have elevated my knowledge and ability to learn the concept and effective implementation of climate change adaptation project in a way that is inclusive and gender sensitive. Throughout the map proposal development, I have refined and strengthened my regenerative agriculture project idea. Early this year, I was invited for the interview of the Young African Leaders Initiative Regional Training Program in Accra, Ghana, but I failed the interview miserably. During our training session on effective presentation, I discovered and learned some genuine persuasive communication wisdom when I was invited again for an interview for the Climate Tech and Innovators Training Program. I unleashed the genuine persuasive communication wisdom developed during the effective presentation during our live session to scale through the interview. It may interest you to know that currently I am making this speech in Accra, Ghana. I was selected to participate in the Climate Tech Innovators and Leaders Program to share my experience and climate change adaptation knowledge development for the comprehensive executive training program. The training has impacted all of us in a varied way. For example, Fanny Magano from Namibia affirmed that she has become confident more than ever to become climate change advocate and adaptation leader. Friendly Linda from my beloved country, Cameroon, recognized the cause for being as skillful and knowledge in addressing the issues of climate change, bearing in mind its current and future impacts, while mainstreaming a gender-sensitive approach to effectively build a community resilience to climate change. We have built a long and lasting connection throughout this session. We will make the most out of this connection, collaborate, and constitute a vibrant alumni network. Beyond knowledge sharing, we have also acted in solidarity with one another. I remember reaching out to Safa in Morocco, call her to extend my words of condolence for her loss of over 300 countrymen, women, and children who lost their life during the tragic earthquake, which devastated the country. This signifies the bond we have built, the compassion we have for each other, and we are willing to remember and stay in touch with one another. My fellow trainee graduating today, congratulations once more. Permit me share with you all these inspiring quotes from our former US President Barack Obama. We are the first generation to feel the impact of climate change and the last generation to do something about it. The training had provided us with a field-tested and knowledge-proven on climate change adaptation, strengthen our leadership skill, revolutionalize our persuasive communication ability, and effectively build our expertise in the development of climate change adaptation project in a way that is inclusive and gender sensitive. I strongly believe we are ready. It's time for us to take massive action to give back to our organization, community, country, continent, and the world at large. I have some recommendations to us graduating today. Let's go and speak in conferences, workshops, and seminars. Let's go and design climate change adaptation project and implement in our communities in a way that is inclusive and gender sensitive. Let's go and be a strong voice of influence in our community and country to inspire more actions and better policies of the climate change crisis. Let's go and give back in any way possible so that this amazing training will have trickled down and domino effects in our society. Once again, thanks our sponsor, partners, and program coordinator, being Caroline, Anna, Sebastian. You all are professionals with exception. I personally enjoy your humility, professionalism, and support throughout the course. Sometimes saying goodbye provokes sadness. However, goodbye to this cohort and welcome to the long-lasting and collaboration with you all. I end my speech by saying, Ubuntu, I am because you are. Thank you for your kind attention. Best wish, Motia Janjobeya Felicia from Cameroon. Thank you very much.
Wow. A big, big, big applause to you, Mucha Felicia. That was incredible. Thank you so, so much. Yes, you deserve a big, big round of applause for representing this amazing cohort so well with your words. Thank you so much for sharing all the congratulations, your personal story, so inspiring to hear. It takes a lot of courage to talk about failures as well, how you failed the interview and now made it. And honestly, after this amazing speech, I cannot imagine it coming out another way. And yeah, like you said, we are the last generation to do something about the climate change, but I'm sure this desire to learn that you described, we felt it. And this amazing 30 women here will have this trickle-down effect. I have no doubts in that. To use this beautiful moment to thank all our speakers and the atmosphere of your great speech, I would like to use the moment to take a first picture before we take one last one at the very end right now. So I invite you all to turn on your camera if you haven't done so yet. I invite Anya to stop sharing this slide so we can see each other very well. Thank you, Anna. And I will try to coordinate this a bit. So we will take two pictures. The first one should be just smiling. And I will take a screenshot on my end. So 3, 2, 1, please smile and keep smiling because this takes a while. Okay, that was the first picture. Let me just quickly please save it for all of us. And we will take another one because we are so many today. It's amazing that actually there's a second page that I do not want to miss. So please, everyone smile again. 3, 2, 1. Great, thank you very much. And our experience with these online ceremonies tells us that the smiling pictures are great, but actually the ones where we maybe wave or show a little heart or a peace symbol are actually even more interactive. So now I would like you to choose your favorite symbol that you would like to show. And show some waving or a little heart into the camera. I will count again. 3, 2, 1. Very well. Thank you very much. And save that one for all of us as well. And then one more time for the second page. Also with their little heart or peace symbol, whatever you choose. 3, 2, 1. Amazing. That looks so colorful. I see so many nice symbols. Thank you very much. And I will also just quickly save that one before we continue. Great. Thank you very much to all our speakers from the first part of our closing ceremony for sharing your words and sharing your time. I know that many of you have a busy agenda. I invite all of you to stay also for the second part, which will actually be the highlight of our map video pitches. But since I know many of you are very busy, this would be another chance to say thank you before we continue with the second part. And the second part, I see Martina waving. Thank you very much. Goodbye. And the second part of our closing ceremony will be, as I said, highlighting the map video pitches of 3 of our special best video pitches that we have. But before we go to that, I would like to give all of us a little recap of what actually happened in the past 20 weeks, also for our audience online in the live stream to understand how much work it was to get to what we will see today. To start at the beginning, from Ban Ki-moon Center perspective, we had almost 200 applications of really all high quality application, young women from the 6 countries we've targeted this year: Ethiopia, Malawi, Namibia, Senegal, Cameroon, and Morocco. And it was truly a challenging task to select the 30 ones that we have here today. But I'm convinced that we made the right decision and are so happy that you're with us. We started then all together in our welcome session that Monica already mentioned as well in her speech in May 2023. And you see many of the faces who are with us today also already smiling there. It was a great kickoff to have all together for this exceptional training. And then the actual work started, because we had 20 weeks of live sessions, at least one each week, quizzes, trainings, assignments, presentations, group work, videos that you watched online, texts that you've read online, so many things. Overall, it was more than 300 learning resources spread over 15 modules. And just to showcase some of the core knowledges that we tackled here was, like we mentioned before, gender-sensitive climate adaptation, because women are disproportionately affected by climate change. So it's important to think through that lens also in shaping climate adaptation solutions. We had a lot of modules on leadership, and especially leadership capacity building for the future leaders that we have present here today. We had some networking and career guidance that was also mentioned already in some speeches, with career coaches, speech training, and we already saw the first effects of that, so it's great. And I'm sure the networking will continue because, like Mutia mentioned, this is a great group that got to know each other very well throughout the training and supports each other with other opportunities. So I'm really happy if you continue on that as well. And then, of course, our MAP Labs. And MAP Lab stands for specific weeks where we focus on our micro adaptation projects. We had 4 of them. Where we started first with ideating. You had to spot a challenge and find a solution. Then we had our abstracts that the team from CARE was so nice to look through for each of you to give you feedback on the first idea you had for your project. Then we had a coaching specified on these MAP abstracts to continue your great ideas. And of course, the last one, to finish off and finalize. And all that led to the next slide, please, Anna, thank you, to 30 micro adaptation projects, where each of you wrote a proposal, first of all, that is actually quite extensive. It's like around 8 pages where you describe the challenge that you want to tackle first, how you want to do it, the project name, the SDGs you address, the people you target, there's a budget plan. So it really combines all the knowledge from the whole training. And then this proposal was translated in so many, so creative ways into video pitches. And this is what we want to look at today. The video pitches of 3 of you. We would love to show all of them, but like Mutia said, time is not our friend, unfortunately, in climate adaptation. So we selected 3 special ones. But before we go to that, I want to congratulate again each and every one of you here present, all the names on this incredible journey on finishing all together with us. And I know that these 20 weeks was not only learning on this online executive training, but I know you have many other engagements, jobs in that time. We had career changes and promotions in that time. I know that many of you traveled to various countries throughout those 20 weeks for project visits, for field training. I know that some of you in that time, unfortunately, lost family members or friends. And I know of at least one baby that was also born throughout this cohort. So I think it shows the humans and the characters behind all these names and wonderful faces that we see on camera today. So big, big, big round of applause for finishing the training. We will hand out certificates to you throughout the course of next week. And we're really, really proud and happy that you came all the way with us. Thank you. And so now comes the moment where we need a little thumb rolls for the presentation of the first best map video pitches. The three persons actually don't know that they were selected. Congratulations. I think we can show it already, Anna, to Fatma Sela, Gisberta Shanika, and Safat Sharifi for your outstanding video pitches that really showed your dedication into each of those topics and creativity and how to pitch the solutions you found. And I would like to show each of your videos now, and Anna will be so kind to do that. First of all, we will see Fatma Sila and her project Rise Up for Women's Urban Agroecology.
I love cebujan. It's my favorite dish and the most popular in Senegal. To prepare cebujan, you need a lot of vegetables. As a resident of Dakar, the Senegalese capital, the vegetable that I buy for my cebujan come from the urban and peri-urban farming areas of Dakar. But because if nothing is done, the vegetable will no longer come from to this area due to the high risk of disappearing of this urban agriculture in Dakar. Urban agriculture play a key role in the economy of Dakar. This activity produces about 70% of the demand of vegetable and provide thousands of direct and indirect jobs that represent about 26% of the population, mostly women. Despite these very important activities in the city, they are faced major problems, such as the land insecurity and climate change. Dakar is characterized by groundwater pollution and flooding land due to the lack of natural ecosystems. To cope with these constraints, farmers, especially women, use methods that have consequences on the environment and human health. It's an emergency to move toward the most sustainable agriculture system. That's why to maintain this urban and peri-urban agriculture inside the city of Dakar and to preserve the livelihood of these brave women and also to answer the supplies of fresh vegetable in Dakar, my project seeks to help women farmers in the city of Dakar to understand the vulnerability they faced and adapt to the new realities brought about by climate change. In turn, women will be able to adopt more sustainable farming practices that are adapted to climate change. These changes will enable them to increase their livelihood and improve their living conditions.
Please join me for a big round of applause for this great video pitch, Fatma Sila from Senegal. Merci beaucoup. I think it's a great and beautiful example of storytelling and also the connection of food and culture. I remember we talked many times about the favorite foods of each of you. So it was great to see how you transformed that into your innovative idea. Thank you very much. Next up, and we will have some time to exchange on all the video pitches later if you would like to share some words, Fatma. But first of all, I would like to go to our next video from Gisberta Shanika, and I saw some congratulations already in the chat. Her project is called Building Resilient Livelihoods Through Floodwater Harvesting for Northern Namibia. And I'm really excited to show you our second best video, the second of our three best video pitches now. Over to your video, Gisberta.
Namibia is known to be an arid to a semi-arid country, but I will be sharing some facts with you. This is Namibia in the summer months where we receive rainfalls, and on what is quite the contrary, this is another photo from Namibia. In the first instance, you have occurrence of floods where houses were submerged, road networks were cut off, and so much that sometimes the rural communities are disconnected from the urban centers on which they rely for the basic needs, such as medical services. Records have shown that in the past years, floods have not only increased in frequency, but also in intensity. Similarly, droughts have also increased in frequency, often manifesting as prolonged dry periods, animals dying, little to no crop yield. And this often leaves communities relying on government for humanitarian support. When these events are experienced, who is the first victim, you may ask? That's right, women and girls. Women often suffer victim of these events because they are the primary caregivers in the traditional home settings. They are the ones left to make a meal for the family or to fetch water for the household. In fact, the Red Cross Drought Relief Assessment Report of 2022 highlighted that 63% of women-led households are disproportionately affected by droughts. Here's another interesting fact. The events I just discussed, the floods and the droughts, are often experienced about 4 months apart, which means one day you have too much water and on another day you have little to no water. So while these are both very destructive events, which can result in huge economic losses, our micro-adaptation project sees opportunity in the midst of all this hardship. In this project, we want to harvest and to capture the flood water that would otherwise be lost to evaporation, store it, and use it in times of need, which means in times of droughts or on the non-rainfall months. So how are we going to do this? Well, technology has allowed us to design and construct low-cost underground water storage dams. So here, the flood water will be harvested and piped into these storage dams, otherwise pumped into the ground to artificially recharge our aquifers. So for starters, 2 storage facilities will be constructed in the flood-infested areas in northern Namibia in Omusati region, and this will be to the benefit of 10 female-led households. This will reduce water scarcity and, as a ripple effect, improve food security, especially in the small-scale agriculture. So join us on this mission to make a difference. Together, we can combat the effects of climate change, empower women, and build a more resilient future. I'm Gisberta Shanika, and I'll be your project manager.
I see already the first claps. Another round of applause, please, for Gisberta Shanika and this great idea. I love very much about your video how much we learned about Namibia, but also the effects of droughts and heavy rainfalls. And you really showed wonderfully how to go from that challenge to the solution that you've presented. Thank you very much. And congratulations on this great video pitch. Next up is our last video that we want to show you today from our best video pitches, Safa Charifi. We were really impressed about your idea of urban green infrastructure for climate resilience and how you translated this into your video. But I think I will say just see for yourself and video up for Safa.
Morocco, like many regions, faces the challenges of a changing climate. Over the years, temperatures have been rising and climate patterns have become unpredictable. The impacts are felt by all. but we're going to focus on two unique neighborhoods, the Habous and the Medina. These historic neighborhoods hold a special place in Morocco's heart. But as climate change looms, they face new challenges. Rising temperatures, more frequent heat waves, and shifting rainfall patterns are. Rapid urbanization has left many of Morocco's cities vulnerable to the harsh realities of climate change. Temperatures are soaring, heat waves are becoming more frequent, and the threat of flooding and drought looms large. These challenges are exacerbated by the urban heat island effect, which disproportionately impacts densely populated urban regions, leading to adverse health outcomes and increased energy consumption. By creating urban green spaces and implementing innovative green infrastructure, we aim to mitigate the urban heat island effect, reduce flood and drought risks, and improve air quality. In doing so, we are also building a more sustainable, resilient urban environment. Gender equality is at the core of our mission. We're empowering remarkable women in both the Habous and the Medina through tailored training programs in permaculture, urban gardening, and climate adaptation education. We're opening doors to new skills and opportunities. We're not just creating green spaces, we're generating knowledge. We're collecting and analyzing vital climate adaptation data from both neighborhoods. It's knowledge that fuels smart urban planning. And here's the magic. We're nurturing community-led green initiatives. We're handing the reins to the community, inspiring them to take charge of sustaining and expanding these green wonders in their own neighborhoods. But we cannot do this alone. I invite all stakeholders to join me on this journey. Together, we can make our cities more livable, inclusive, but we cannot do this alone. I invite all stakeholders to join me on this journey. Together, we can make our cities more livable, inclusive. I am Safa Sharafi, and this was my vision for Morocco's urban future.
Another round of applause, please. Safa Sharafi, thank you for taking us with you on this vision of your urban spaces in Morocco and beyond. It's beautiful. This video really feels like taking us traveling to all these beautiful places that hopefully with your great idea stay beautiful. And I think it's a challenge that many urban areas and the growing cities face. And honestly, urban gardening just makes every place more beautiful. So thank you for presenting your idea. So great. And yes, please join me for congratulations and applause for all these 3 great video pitches. We had so many creative ideas, projects from all of our participants. And I think these 3 examples show how diverse they are in our approach, in solution, but also in how they can be presented. And I think that's really special and comes from this great and diverse mix of people that we have present here today. Before we go over to our open floor, where you will get the chance to congratulate each other or comment on this, I would like to say thank you to another special participant from our training. And if there would be a reward for group thinking and motivating the others, it would go to Netzanet Said. Thank you so much for actually doing our job many times, reminding the others. Training has started, sending the assignment deadlines into the group chat. Yeah, I see the team already clapping, just really being there for the whole group and the whole team, not thinking about yourself, but everyone to accomplish this. Special thanks to you, really, because that was not your task assigned, but just yourself doing that and sharing that. So thank you very much. And with this and all the happy news and congratulations, I would like to open the floor for around 15 minutes before we have one last surprise that we want to share with you and one last picture that we want to take with all of you. But this is a chance. All trainers and facilitators are invited to say some words. All participants who would like to say something, and you know this, we just do popcorn style. You can raise your hand, speak, or text in the chat. Please, over to you for the open floor. And we need a first brave person to speak, like usually in these scenarios.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you get me?
Yeah, we hear you very well.
I'm so happy and excited to tell you people that we have finally come to the end despite the challenge. I'm so proud and happy of you people. And I want to take a second to dance my country dance, my traditional dance. I see not doing okay. 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 I'm so happy today. If there was a means for us to cheer up, bite some ching ching, eat some chicken together, I will do that. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I pray we continue to do our work. Nothing should discourage us. We should be the last person. I mean, the last person to reject our idea. Our family members will say, what are you talking about climate change? It doesn't exist. Let's be the last person to reject an idea. And change is not now. It can take 5 years, it can take 10 years. Keep impacting. Thank you all so much.
Thanks so much, Mattia. I think that's the first time in our online ceremonies a dance. That's wonderful. Thanks so much. I see Ebuwebek's hand raised. Please, over to you.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, thank you so much for the opportunity to join. I'm really excited first to be selected. I feel opportune to have been selected for this course. I have met a lot of great minds. I don't know, is it Netanet? I met Fanny, I met Felicia. I met a lot of them who have been very supportive. I remember in the whole of from May till now, I got a project to work on. And most times I'm in the communities where we don't have internet connection, the crisis affected communities. And it's most of the antennas that supplies connection has been pulled off because of the crisis. So I will struggle, but I realized that when I come back, I will ask from my ladies and they will always want to, Felicia will say, okay, go and look from here, you get from here. I'll write them on WhatsApp. They're very proactive and supportive. I am really, really excited being part of this batch. It's like it was appointed by God. So I want to say a big congratulations to all of us, and something has added to my profile, it has added to my CV. I'm very proud of that. Thank you to our greatest mentor, Ban Ki-moon. Thank you, Care Foundation. Thank you, great ladies from Africa. I hope that we'll stay connected and keep sharing opportunities. I hope our group will not go dying. Thank you so much, our coordinators. Bye.
Thanks so much, Ebuwe, for sharing these words. That's so nice to see you and hear you so happy. And I'm sure this group will not go dying, and I'll make sure of it as well. Great. Do we have other people who would like to share some thoughts or words? Fatma, I see your hand, please.
Yes, thank you, Caroline. I am very delighted to see today my video. I never expected that they will be chosen, but I'm very happy. I congratulate all my trainer, my classmate, the trainer, and I am very happy, very proud of their achievement during this training. And we get a lot of knowledge and skills that help us during our professional and our personal life, even because it's the module of leadership. We learn a lot of things that can help us to grow. And I'm very thankful to all the team that help us and to coordinate these amazing trainings. I just want to say thank you to all. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Fatma, and so well deserved. It was really exceptional. So thanks for sharing your words as well. Do we have other people who would like to say something? I see Desiree unmuting, or maybe not.
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Hi, good day, everyone. This is Leisures from Namibia. So first, I'd just like to thank the facilitators and coordinators, and as well as other organizations for the support and for creating this wonderful platform where we could learn so much about climate adaptation and what we could contribute to this space as young women. And I've gained so much confidence in my own ability, how to lead, how to negotiate, and how to take up space in climate adaptation. And thank you to all of the ladies who participated in this cohort. I'm excited to continue relation with you all, and especially the Namibian ladies. We have such a lovely camaraderie, and on our WhatsApp group, I'm sure we can make some time and seek each other's counsel and share ideas. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Desrose, for also speaking up. And I think that all of you just sharing the thoughts now and speaking up spontaneously shows how much you've learned and how great this community is that was built. Thank you. We still have a few more minutes for this open floor, so I extend my invitation again. Does someone else would like to share some words? I see Adriana's hand. Yes, please. Over to you.
Thanks a lot, Caroline, and congratulations to all of you. My name is Adriana Valenzuela. I lead the Youth Leadership and Education Program at the Global Center on Adaptation. And today is a day to celebrate your enthusiasm, your passion, and especially your leadership to move ahead the adaptation agenda. We started with this project it is the second cohort, then 2 years ago, and we are very pleased to see the results. Just to share with you that the Global Center on Adaptation, we will have a very exciting agenda. It is not like it's not the end, it's just the beginning of a very exciting opportunity for you to continue engaged with the young people, not only from Africa, but from all over the world that are leading adaptation solutions. Then in 2024, and these are quite news that have been not published, we will continue organizing the youth adaptation forums. This year, we organized 6 regional youth adaptation forums, last year as well, mobilizing thousands of young people from all over the world. And next year, we will have thematic youth adaptation forums. It means that the pitches, the initiative, the projects that you have presented here, I think that some of these will be an excellent opportunity to showcase next year. Then please continue working and implementing your projects because we want to showcase your initiative next year. Also, to share with you that we have the Youth Adaptation Network now with members in 130 countries. And I think it will be also important to share with all of them what you have done. Then in the newsletter that we will prepare in November, we would like to also showcase some of these pitches. And finally, to remind you that at the Global Center on Adaptation, we are looking forward to continue working with you. Once again, to the Ban Ki-moon Center, to Caroline, to Monica, to all the partners for making this training possible. And we look forward to working with you. Thanks a lot, Caroline. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Adriana, for sharing these words as well, and especially for inviting the participants to your youth adaptation forums. Please use that chance. I know that the cohort from last time that Adriana mentioned as well is still connected to the GCA network, to the CARE network, the Diplomatic Academy network, and and these are all great opportunities to continue spreading your great project ideas. I see Nicolo has shared also a link how to join the Youth Adaptation Network. So please use that chance. It's a great opportunity and helps you stay connected further on. We have a few minutes left. So if there is somebody else who would like to take the floor as well, this is your chance. Please go ahead. I see Nicolo sending congratulations as well, and Lydia put up her hand. So please, Lydia, over to you.
Okay, well, thank you so much. I don't want to repeat what my fellow trainees or sisters said. I had also quite a very extensive, profound learning parents, we gain a lot of knowledge and practical skills that will definitely help us in our practical activities. So I would like to thank each facilitator from CARE, from the Diplomatic Academy, and also from the Ban Ki-moon, all of you. I would like to say thank you. The resource that we gain are quite very useful. We will definitely, personally, I'll definitely use it in every activities that I will apply in different projects here in Ethiopia. So I just want to say thank you all.
Thank you, Lydia, and congratulations over to Ethiopia as well. I saw next up Gisberta and then over to Kodia, please.
Hello, good afternoon. Thank you so much again for this wonderful opportunity that we've gotten from the Ban Ki-moon Center with the support of the GCA and the CARE Academy, the Vienna Diplomatic Academy. It's really been a wonderful journey, and to be quite honest, I would be lying if I say I was expecting that result. So really, I'm just very thankful, but also just to really highlight the fact that we've learned a lot on this course. We have actually gained a lot of knowledge and insights, and it's things that we'll be able to apply going forward in our future endeavors. So really thank you for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gisberta, and over to Kodia, please.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Did you hear me? Okay.
We hear you quite silent, but we hear you.
Okay, thank you. So I have issue with my microphone. So I wanted just to say thank you for the amazing journey that we spent with all of you. And we learned a lot from you, and the lecture was all smart. And thank you for helping us to learn in the field, which is climate change, which is a real challenge that affects all people in the world, and having knowledge will be helpful for us, for our careers, and so on. So thank you to all of you. So it is just,
Thanks so much, Kodia, for also sharing your words and congratulating everyone. It's so nice to hear the perspective from all of you. Adama Kane, please, over to you. I see your hand.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a real pleasure for me to be in this closing ceremony. I'm very, very happy. And I would like to thank you, all the members, to thank you for this great opportunity. It is a great pleasure to participate in this renewed training. And I'm very happy because in this training, I learned a lot of stuff during this training. And I thank you for this knowledge, these skills in climate change, adaptation, in leadership. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the collaboration. And I would like also to congratulate all the ladies, and thank you to the Ban Ki-moon Center, CARE Academy, to the professor, to Bin, Nadia, Anna, Sebastian. It is a great pleasure to meet you and to know you and to learn a lot of in climate change, which is our field. We are doing climate change and economics, and in this field we learn a lot in climate change adaptation and the place of women in climate change adaptation, the leadership. And I thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Adama, for also joining. Now I hear myself double. I will just make you on mute for a second. For also joining the open floor and sharing. And I see another message from Diana from the CARE team, who says, warmest congratulations to all of you on your achievements throughout this training. Look forward to staying connected and witnessing your future adaptation actions. And I think that sums this open floor up very well. We so much look forward to how your great project ideas and the pitches that we've seen today will develop into implemented projects over the next 6 months. We will make sure to stay connected to see that, to also get you in touch with the other cohort alumni from last time, to exchange on how the projects are progressing and work together in the future. And I told you that I have a little, or we from the Ban Ki-moon Center team have a little surprise for you at the end of this closing ceremony. And I think the person that prepared the surprise doesn't need a lot of introducing. So to just start with the video, I will give over to Anna, and please, let's go for the surprise.
Dear trainees of the online executive training, Young Women Leadership on Climate Adaptation, I'm sending my warmest regards from Seoul, Korea. Even though I cannot be live with you on this special day, I am delighted that modern technology still allows me to share a few words with you. After my tenure as a Secretary General of the United Nations, it became my ambition to foster the leadership of women and youth in our quest to find sustainable solutions to the world's most pressing challenges. Climate change requires our full attention as we must adapt to its accelerating impacts. The Paris Climate Change Agreement recognizes that mitigation and adaptation go hand in hand, and that they are two equally important building blocks towards a sustainable world that leaves no one behind. As the chair of the Ban Ki-moon Center for Global Citizens and the Global Center on Adaptation, I am truly proud that we have managed to get you on board in our efforts to adapt to a changing climate. In the past month, you have gained extensive knowledge and strengthened your skills to adapt our world. You have also made invaluable connections with your peers and others like-minded leaders from all around the world. I count on you to take action and apply your elevated leadership skills to foster a more resilient future for humanity and this planet. Congratulations on all your achievements. I wish you the very best, and I do hope that our path will cross in the near future. Thank you.
Thank you to our co-chair and Secretary General Ban Ki-moon for also recording this video message to all of you. And I saw the messages in the chat and I see you clapping now. I hope you liked the little surprise. It's very difficult to speak after a Secretary General, so actually there's not much to add there other than I echo the words, and it's just amazing what modern technology, like Ban Ki-moon said, allows us to make these trainings possible and connect with each other. And to use that momentum of happiness, I would like to invite you for another picture before we close our closing ceremony today. I invite you again to please turn on your camera and put on your nicest smile and bear with me with patience, please, while I take the screenshots again. So we will do it just like before. We will take first a smiling picture and I will count down 3, 2, 1, smile. Amazing, and save that one for us. Just please give me a second. Okay, and we need another one from the second slide from our participants. So please, once again, smile. 3, 2, 1. Thank you very much. Also saving that one. It's really nice to have those pictures in the end to remember all these ceremonies. So I will also share them with you. And now, just like we did before, please show your favorite symbol, peace sign, a little heart into the camera, or whatever you prefer. And I will count down 3, 2, 1. Amazing, thank you. That's the first round. Also saving that for us. And one last picture, please, for the other slide. Again, show your hearts, peace symbols. 3, 2, 1. Great. I think we all look very good. I will save that picture as well. And I would like to close today's session and ceremony with some words that I know another alumni from our training shared with you in the last MapLab that you had. This was just 2 weeks ago, preparing for the video pitches, and I know some of you were maybe not sure how to approach that, and I know this was not the first time we gave you a challenging task, but that you still mastered, and I think that's what trainings are for. And so Balikes, who's also a great example of how she's still connected to the Ban Ki-moon Center and to the Global Center on Adaptation, said, how can you know what happens if you never tried? And I think the 30 people present here today are a great example of trying and doing something, taking action, applying, pitching ideas, thinking about problems, challenges, and their solutions. And for one last time, I want to congratulate you all. You all have tried, and I hope you will continue to try to adapt our worlds to climate change. Thank you very much, and goodbye to all of you.